Hey guys, and welcome to a showdown between myself under the guise of Melon Lord up against the Mystical Way, as the Greenskins shall face down against the Skaven outside the mighty city of Altdorf outskirts. And yes, this is going to be myself trying to make Greenskins fun again. I got particularly, I don't know, dragged down and kind of worn apart by Greenskins, seeing the same builds over and over again, particularly with, Stone Trolls, Grom, and a load of skirmish cavalry, so we thought we'd mix it up a little bit and bring a pretty fun, full Gobbo build. In the front lines, of course, we do have triple gold Knight Goblins. There wouldn't be a Goblin build without some of these pesky little guys pushing forward in a vanguard position, and they're going to be led by the 8-peak loons as well, dotted all the way along. In the secondary line, we have some more Night Goblins protecting some Night Goblin archers, including the Rusty Arrows, who should certainly be able to bring the pain to the Greenskin forces, quite useful for taking down large entities, such as Rat Ogres and the like. Just behind them, we have some Goblin Wolf Riders looking to support them, as well as some Goblin Wolf Chariots, triple gold chevrons, for added kind of pimpiness, I suppose, on their chariots. Would certainly get these wolves some gold-plated wheels and the like. We do have double Goblin Big Boss riding dirty on their wolves. You can see the theme coming along here. These guys they need stabbing and slippery, and they're going to be led by a Goblin Great Shaman on a mighty beast himself. And he is so quick on this wolf. 92 speed is very fast. Don't even try it. Crown of Command, Arcane Conduit, Itchy Nuisance, and Vindictive Glare are the poisons of choice. That wolf gloriously bounds across the open fields towards the enemy. We also have a load of people in Vanguard. On the right-hand side, we have Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, mixed in with the Morgrub's Mangy Marauders, Regiment Renowned version, and then we have some Night Goblin Swighoppers as well, on the right-hand side as well as on the left, trying to pierce the back line of the Skaven forces. As for the Skaven, front line is made up of Skaven slaves, just pure chaff here, ready to die for the Great Horned Rat, and an insane number of Poison Wing Globadiers. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. These guys can certainly bring a ton of damage. For the leader, we do have Ittic Claw in his magnificent Doom Will, cackling, laughing alongside the Wheels of Doom, the Regiment Renowned version. Certainly going to be a big problem for my Gobbos. Storm Demon, Brass Orb, as well as Warp Lightning are the weapons of choice. We have some Rat Ogres as well, 1, 2, and I believe 3 units, in fact, in the back lines. All basic ones, as well as the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. And we have a Plague Priest coming in, of course, with those summons, Scrying, Stone, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get this battle underway. Night Goblins bundle into Skaven slaves, and we are gold chevroned, so we are doing relatively well. We try to loose the Fanatics and aim them to hit the Poison Wing Globadiers, but unfortunately, we just about tickle one of them's stomachs, and then they're absolutely free to fire in once more. So our Arrow Boys, or Night Goblin Archers I should say, are getting here and doing the business, trying to focus down the Poison Wing Globadiers where possible. Lovely little Pestilence Breath coming in, doing some massive damage to the 8-peak loons, who are now driving their way through into the back lines onto the Poison Wing Globadiers. Similar situation has happened on this flank, which are going to overload with our Night Goblin Swighoppers, so we can put pressure on those Poison Wing Globadiers. And in come the Big Boss and the Goblin Great Shaman, hunting down Ittic Claw. Itchy Nuisance going down on top of these Rat Ogres and other such units. There's a summon of Clan Rats, so pulling back our hero core as a desperate attempt to shut down the roving Doom Wheels. We do have some Goblin Wolf Chats left in tactical reserve there, so Night Goblins flee for their lives as the Pit Fighters get in there and do some really decent work. Anyway, big war has been popped. Night Goblins boosted up to 58 melee attack on the triple gold Goblins. They're doing the Lord's work, slaughtering Skaven slaves, manically laughing all this while. Poison Wing Globadiers have been shut down relatively well by some good pressure from ourselves. You can see one unit has shattered, the second one as well being gobbled up by Night Goblin Swighoppers. And the problem is here, we don't have any answers to the Rat Ogres apart from our Goblin Wolf Archers, who are starting to rain in fire, doing some pretty nice work down to them. In the back line, the Rusty Arrows have returned. That should hopefully knock into my head as well that the Chariots do indeed survive and live, and bring them back into the fray. We've managed to surround Ittic Claw with our little Goblin Big Boss, as well as the Great Goblin Shaman, and actually beat him down, trying to get the Goblin Great Shaman now to disengage, to chase him off and finish him for good, because we do not want to be in this fight with the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep and the Wheels of Doom. Not a good fight for us whatsoever, and more Rat Ogres as well, starting to spread their wings and coming into the fight with the support of Poison Wing Globadiers, although to be honest, they're probably doing more friendly fire in this engagement than enemy damage to us. So 8-peak loons are pretty much spent. Night Goblin Swighoppers continue to try to get onto these Poison Wing Globadiers, but some nice support in Skaven Slave Spears have made a sacrificial spear wall in an effort to keep me at bay. We have now uncovered some more returning Skaven Slaves spears. Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, though, just peppering down the Rat Ogres from all angles, trying to get their enemies' mobility done for, because balance power is really heavily against us. But we have a lot of ammunition left on our Archers and such units, and our Night Goblin Goblin Great Shaman Has a lot of winds of magic, so we certainly have potential left in this game if we can take down these pesky rat ogres. And luckily for us, they only have 30 armor, so our archer corps doing some pretty good work. In fact, the Pitfires of Hell's Teeth coming down to 0 armor, allowing the Goblin Wolf Chariots to bundle across the battlefield, pin them in place, knock a couple down, and actually get some pretty solid kills on the board. As some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers also rally to the cause. Looks like the Rusty Arrows shall be spared Doom, at least for now. Night Goblin Squig Hoppers trying to protect this left-hand flank, but the Wheels of Doom do rove in, looking to run over our Night Goblin Archers. In fact, terrify them away from the battlefield. Goblin Big Boss just kind of standing around, looking to get a good engagement. Into Claw has Ray, looks like he's coming with a big beam and completely misses it, coming after the Night Goblin Archers, who are now stalked. And those chariots manage to shatter the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. More Night Goblins charging into the fray once more. We need to finish off these Poison Wing Globadiers, and a lot of the Skaven forces are actually starting to rout and waver here behind the might of the Gobbos. Poor Goblin Big Boss is taking a bit of unnecessary damage from the Poison Wing Globadiers as the Wheels of Doom push through, running over the Night Goblin Archers, terrifying them away, helping protect the Rat Ogres from the wrath of our arrows. On this flank, Morgob's Mangy Marauders as well as the Goblin Wolf Riders are still trying to drag down this unit of Rat Ogres. Doing a pretty decent job though, they're certainly starting to lose health, and we have okay ammunition left on our nice little Wolf Core. We also have Night Goblin Squig Hoppers just recovering on the flank as the main part of our battle line has completely broken. It's been broken for quite some time. And a big boom goes down here as Itic Claw's death animation, one of the coolest in the games, is assassinated by the sneaky Goblin Big Boss, getting in there and stabbing pretty good. The poor wreckage on the ground. It can be used, I suppose, as a funeral pyre for the mighty Itic Claw. Goblin Wolf Chariots continue to pepper in there. They are a ranged unit in general, of course, very good at sneaking into the back line and harassing backline troops, but don't count them out just yet. They are doing some okay damage to these Rat Ogres as well. Poor little Night Goblins are fleeing, trying to chase off the Poison Wing Globadiers and evade the summoned Clan Rats, but Wheels of Doom, as well as Rat Ogres and the Plague Priest, are coming over to annoy my lads. We have one 8-peak Looney left. Look at him go! No! No! I don't even know what killed him. I guess it was the Wheels of Doom and one of their random shots. At this point, Rat Ogres are now being escorted away by the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers. Actually, they're going to try and disengage one unit to force them off and use the other two to focus down more Rat Ogres, although it looks like this unit has actually recovered. And this is a disaster because I charged my Wolf Riders into combat looking to chase these guys off the field, but we may just about be able to break them once more. -3 leadership, -6, and they actually shatter! That's so surprising with 8 Rat Ogres left. The Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, I suppose 60... kind of overwhelmed them, outnumbered and scared them just a little bit too much. These two units of Wolf Rider Archers certainly running low on ammunition, but the Rat Ogres are running low on health as Night Goblin Archers once again let loose a volley into their face as some Squig Hoppers come around in the back trying to break them out of these guys by getting in a rear charge. But the Wheels of Doom is such a big problem for me. The fact it causes terror and we've gone full Goblin is absolutely massive right here. However, unit of Rat Ogres has been once again beaten back by this point. Plague Priest looking rather healthy, likewise the Wheels of Doom, but all the Rat Ogres and other supporting troops looking very shaken at the moment. Big Vindictive Glare comes in by the Goblin Great Shaman, but is a swing and a miss. Those shots just going to continue to batter out of the walls of Altdorf in the distance here. We have a few units who can rally. A lot of them are Night Goblins though, and Night Goblins aren't really going to be able to come back and do too much. They are Gold Chevron though, so all their stats are buffed. We also have a unit of 60 Goblin Wolf Riders coming back with 5 volleys, so that certainly can do some damage here. Chariots are going to continue this kite game here as we pop in on the Rat Ogres, try to do some damage to them. Morgulus Major Marauders tried nipping in as well and surrounding the Doom Wheel, but is now being forced back by the combined might of the Skaven forces. And now the Goblin Wolf Riders continue to try to focus down the Rat Ogres. A big Vindictive Glare comes in, this time connecting with the Plague Priest, doing some really nice damage. Now, we did get our Goblin Great Shaman caught a little bit early on, so overcasting is so risky despite the fact we have a ton of winds of magic. So at the moment we're doing single Vindictive Glares, but later we will be moving on to overcast ones. Night Goblin Archers do once again come back into the fray, not too much to protect them, but my priority here is if we manage to force off the Rat Ogres, we might be able to spread out our archers and slowly whittle down the Skaven core that is left. Another Vindictive Glare is going to be coming in. Plague Priest tries to dart away, but 3 shots connect. Another chunk of health coming down. Rat Ogres 8 models should probably rally here, I would say, before they reach the edge of the battlefield. But we have some Goblin Wolf Rider Archers trying to fend them off, nipping at their heels. My opponent knows this, and more Rat Ogres are being forced out to this flank. So we've darted in. Hopefully we've done enough. It looks like they are -10 leadership, and they will be fleeing, although not good for the poor citizens of Altdorf, as it looks like they're actually roving in their direction, and the gates are unbarred. Golden Wolf Chariots still coming in with 8 ammunition, poking down the Plague Priest. They need stabbing has been popped on it, lowering its armor, which is pretty key here. So hopefully our shots will be doing a little bit more damage. Goblin Wolf Riders as well have 1 volley left on them. Rat Ogres are getting very danger low leadership-wise, but they charge into our Night Goblin Archers, and we just haven't taken away enough mobility to really protect these guys. If their obviously arrows are allowed to fire all the remainder of their ammunition, we certainly win this. Golden Wolf Rider Archers now being used in combat, have managed to break off some Rat Ogres. It looks like a summon will be coming down though by the Plague Priest, trying to push that balance power into Army Loss's range, but we're not having any of it. Falling back with our Goblin Big Boss, falling back with our Wolf Riders, and just peppering them from afar with the Goblin Wolf Chariots. And it looks like the Rusty Arrows has returned to the fray once more. Arcane Conduit has been popped on the sneaky little Goblin Great Shaman, hopefully going to give him enough winds of magic to pop 1 or 2 more Vindictive Glares into the face of our enemies here. Clan Rat Summon is going to be a little bit annoying for us. Looks like we are in fact lining up another Vindictive Glare, it would seem, and boom, down it comes. It arcs through. One shot actually clips the Wheels of Doom, which we don't mind about too much, and the Plague Priest is getting danger low as the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers do start to swarm from both sides. Ammunition has been expended. It's just trying to surround the Plague Priest and drag it down, but our Wolf Riders not meant for combat, and they are in fact terrified and forced back before they can do too much. Golden Big Boss takes the charge head-on of the Wheels of Doom now that we've isolated these units in 2 separate pockets, trying to get in there and do as much damage as possible, but once again, terror is causing us all kinds of problems, and the Wolf Riders and the Golden Big Boss do start to retreat. Chariots continue to rain in fire though, looks like 1 ammunition left. Big fat Vindictive Glare comes down onto the Plague Priest, doing some massive damage, 928 health left. The little goblin is going to retreat as the chariots start to swarm in, and a lot of our troops will begin to rally once more. They need stabbing, goes down on the Plague Priest. Hopefully, learn that armor will allow the Goblin Wolf Chariots the remainder of their ammunition to do some pretty decent damage. We are going to have to start to engage in hand-to-hand combat now. You can see the Goblin Big Boss with Crown of Command, making him unbreakable, holding out for a hero, and the Goblin Wolf Chariots do try to answer his call. Scrying Stone has been popped though on the Plague Priest, increasing his health. A big fat overcast Vindictive Glare though is trying to be lined up, and it comes from the trees, and kaboom! Down the Plague Priest goes. The Wheels of Doom pretty much stands alone, apart from, of course, the Clan Rats, who we're currently running over with the Goblin Wolf Chariots. Still, show gold chevrons, so they should hopefully fight for a little while yet, despite the fact they've taken pretty considerable damage. Now, one big problem for us is we did overcast that Vindictive Glare. Maybe a single one would have been enough to kill it, in which case Winds of Magic would be better, and we can now cast more into the Wheels of Doom. But we're starting to run pretty low on magic at the moment, but I felt like it was necessary to finish it off. But still, we've got enough in the tank, I hope, to bring down the wheels. It looks like we're actually going to be lining up another one just now, right into the rear of the Wheels of Doom as well, as the Chariots and the Goblin Big Boss try to surround the wheels itself. Looks like the Vindictive Glare unfortunately did not go off, maybe a line of sight issue, so we're going to fall back and once again try and cast it. And is he going to be able to do it this time? He's summoning the power of the Lil War in his flesh. Nope, looks like he's going to pop Arcane Conduit instead and fall back at this point. We are charging into combat with the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, trying to finish off these Clan Rats, who are in fact shattered at this point as we feast upon their souls. Poor Goblin Big Boss has been driven away by the Wheels of Doom, and driven literally and figuratively here. He'd be quite nice to have around. Unfortunately, they need stabbing. It can only be used on characters, and it seems an Vindictive Glare does boom into the flank of the Wheels of Doom there, trying to force it off the field, but instead the Goblin Big Boss not having the best day whatsoever. We're darting over with all our wolves, Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, as well as the Goblin Wolf Chariots, trying to close down the gap and protect the Big Boss and get in there where we can. Now, the Goblin Great Shaman's a pretty pitiful melee combatant, but still, 24 melee attack, I guess, adds up in the greater scheme of things. So we need to get him in here and start doing some damage to the wheels, popping in and gnawing at the side, I suppose. Big Boss has returned. Slippery has been popped, but unfortunately for us, he's been terror-outed once more, and the terror has been a saving grace for Skaven so far. More Goblin Wolf Rider Archers have returned. Big Boss, or the Goblin Great Shaman I should say, does pop Crown of Command on himself and charge headlong into combat, trying his best. 1,200 health. We're really looking to break the morale of the Wheels of Doom rather than kill it, I think. Trying to outnumber it, surround it. He's got the wolves nipping at the heels all around, but it seems that the Goblin Wolf Riders have been completely shattered, and the Shaman stands alone. It's a one-on-one fight. The Big Boss probably not going to be coming back here, and it's just a matter of time, I think, before we see the Goblin Great Shaman go down here. He's trying his best. 1,000 health still remains on the Wheels of Doom, though. Only 759 on our Shaman. No Vindictive Glares left. We're running low in the tank. And that is going to be game and a valiant defeat. Super fun game though. This was taken on stream. I was insanely tired and we had to cancel a big event we were planning, so we just did some really fun kind of memey quick battles, and this was certainly one of the highlights. Very well played to Way, always good time to have him on the channel and to go toe-to-toe up against his Skaven forces. How much damage value did the Goblin Shaman get? 2,647, jeez! That is absolutely insane. 7.5k damage dealt. Only 21 kills, but he really got all the big ones. Now we'll get to the rest of the damage dealt and damage value in just a second, but if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. What was your favourite moment of the battle? Who was your MVP? And what would you like to see in the future? What matchups, armies, units, all that kind of good stuff. Down below in the description, there is links as well to my Patreon where you can support the channel, as well as my Discord. If you join the Discord, you can submit replays, you can get involved in events that I host, have a load of cool guys. It's a really good, fun time. And also, feel free to subscribe for more Total War Warhammer action. We try to drop a video a day and a couple of streams a week. So the big bosses, how do they fare? 834 damage value and 500, not too shabby. Assassinating Itic Claw certainly was at their greatest moments. The Triple Gold Goblins, not faring too great, likewise the 8-peak Loons, just getting run over by the Wheels of Doom and Itic Claw and those Rat Ogres, who I worry to look at their damage value, because those Rat Ogres really pounded our build down quite a lot. Archers didn't fare too well either, neither did the Goblin Wolf Riders. However, the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, pretty bad damage value, 900 here, 665 on the other one, but really got good value to me as for on the battlefield, because we got rid of the Poison Wind Globadiers, who is such a scary unit in the game. Goblin Wolf Rider Archers fared pretty good, 526 damage value here, 543, 941 on the Goblin Wolf Chariot, and 514 on Morgrub's Mangy Marauders. As for the forces away, always love to see Itic Claw in action. Him and Snickich, definitely my two favourite boys. 517 damage value, unfortunate kind of in the assassination part of his life, I suppose. Plague Priest, 90 kills, 839 damage value, certainly not too shabby. Skaven Slaves just died, but that again is what they are bred to do. Poison Wind Globadiers, 369 damage value, not too good, but 758, 336 and 1079, despite the fact we hopped on them instantly, still getting some, okay to good damage value. Rat Ogres, let's see, this is where it's going to hurt. 671, 287, 1122 and 1099 damage value. We just had nothing to pin them in, really. That enabled us then to shoot and get onto our back line, shutting down those archers was a big win condition of Way, and he did it masterfully. Love to see the Wheels of Doom in action as well. 160 kills, 1799 damage value. A real MVP as well, winning it for the Skaven as the last model standing. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed. Until next time, peace, peace. And as always, stay awesome.